can you feel the energy that is here in February? Like, can you feel just the disruption, the instability, the upheaval, the drama? I don't know. There has been this feeling inside of me for the last couple of days that I've been trying to put a finger on. I've had physical pain, I've had things happening around me. It is fucking next level heat here in South Africa. So much so that this is a scarf, but it's wet. I've wet it and I have the fan blowing on me just to try and keep cool, because it is like a fucking oven here, and it's as if Satan has turned up the heat. And I had to go and look at what the fuck is happening at the moment, because I can't tell if it's me or if it's the collective or where this is coming from. And so I have this very powerful message to share with you, because if I'm going through this, I know that everybody else is going through it as well. So to put it into perspective, this message is about helping you to navigate through the energies that are here in February, especially as a business owner, especially as an empath who is very sensitive to all the stuff, all the energies and all the moods and the things that are happening in the waves. I want to just give you a little bit of insight as to what is helping me right now to navigate all of this, so that you have this understanding, so that you don't feel like you're going totally fucking cuckoo at this point, and that you know how you can use it to your benefit at this time. So you'll see the caption said, February is burning everything to the ground. And so the theme is, there's a couple of spiritual people that I listen to who channel the energies. Even though I can feel things are off, I can't quite put my finger on it. So I have a couple of people that I listen to, and one of them painted a picture of, imagine standing inside of this tunnel with this lava, all right? And it's like this lava from a volcano is going through this tunnel, and it's meant to clear the path. Now, for me, I always experience everything, because I don't have the sight or I don't have all the clairs, you know. I always feel that the universe is speaking to me in other ways. And so like the heat that has just been dialed up this last week to like another fucking level, when I listened to this, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. I know that not everybody is going through summer right now, but for me, because that's how the universe speaks to me, it's making so much sense that this heat is just so incredibly overpowering and overwhelming at this time. It's showing me this whole lava, the collective lava, the energy that's being cleared and cleaned at this point, right? So firstly, for me, that was like, okay, so there's this heat, everything's being clean and cleared. But then what it's doing for me is I struggle to focus and to concentrate and to do the things that I want to do. Like it holds me back. So I have all this frustration that's bubbling up. I scratched my glasses. I had physical pain. I had body ache for 2 days. I'm not someone, I used to be a pill popper back in the day. You know, it was like, give me any type of pill just to make me feel better. But for like the last 5 years, I have been weaned off of all this shit. And so I don't take tablets. But this weekend I actually did. I took an inflammation tablet just out of the desperation of feeling the aches and the pains. Again, this was confirmed to me from one of the spiritual teachers, that there are phantom pains coming up at the moment. So if you have any pain, not that I'm a doctor at all, or saying don't go to see a doctor or a hospital, but for me specifically, it was my elbow. And I believe in Dr. Louise Hay's work. I don't know if there's any of you that know of her or work with her work, but it's all about the emotions, right? And it's, again, your body is trying to tell you something. So for me specifically, went and had a look, and it's about my life is changing direction, and there could be, it's either signaling a change in direction or I'm resisting the change that's happening. Now for me right now, there are lots of launches happening, and there's a very big launch happening for a book that I've written a chapter in on the 17th of February, 17th February, which is the Chinese New Year. This is a big piece of my heart. It's something that I do not speak about publicly, and I think on a I know on a subconscious level there's a lot that's coming up for me because of the stigma and what is society going to say. I already have so much pushback from my family about the situation, and now I'm sharing this openly and declaring it to the world, and I don't know what the public is going to say, because when it comes to this topic in particular, everyone feels like they have an opinion, and their opinion is the right opinion. So that's been a thing for me. Then I realize and recognize that collectively there's a whole lot of stuff going on. I don't listen to the news, I don't watch any of that stuff, and when I noticed there's a whole lot of stuff on social media happening around the Super Bowl, which I totally get, and please do not shoot the messenger, okay? I'm gonna give you my perspective. It is a perspective. Everyone has their own truth. I'm just offering you a bit of wisdom that has helped me navigate through situations like this, and you can use it or not. So please do not shoot the messenger, because I know some people just love to do that. They're like, like they got it ready. Okay. So what is it? There's a whole lot that's happening in the world right now. And again, when I listened to the spiritual teacher today, another one, and he was saying how the energy that is happening in the collective right now, doesn't matter how isolated you are, you can feel it energetically. And I am pretty isolated. I mean, I'm in South Africa. I'm all on my own. I don't have people around me. But yet I feel this off feeling, and I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's that, So it's like, okay, what the fuck is happening? So what's happening collectively can be felt everywhere by everyone. All right. So if you're an empath and you're spiritual and you're feeling a bit off, you will need to practice discernment and recognize and try and see what is yours or what is coming from the collective right now with all the upset, because energy is energy, and whatever is out there, we are all feeling. And what we can do is to really take this as an opportunity to discover more about ourselves, to know how to ground ourselves, how to calm ourselves, right? I don't want to use big words like nervous system regulation and all of that, because I think like we're beyond that. But it's like the thing that helps you to calm down, to feel grounded, whether it is going for a walk, being in nature, going for a swim, having a bath, reading, meditating, singing, dancing, anything, journaling. Did I say listening to music? I'm not sure. Anyway, you will know what is for you. You'll have like a couple that feels right for you, and sometimes one will feel better than the other. So a while ago as a projector, I made a list for myself, because I, for myself, need to be able to rest in different ways, because I don't have the energy to just go all the time. And so I've made a list for myself, of which swimming is great for me, being in a bath is amazing, having a cup of tea, really, just being mindful and having that cup of tea and just being with it. It's just good. I enjoy it. You got to do what is good for you, all right? And know that even if you're doing all the things and you're still feeling unsettled, the biggest thing that's happening right now is that the collective is choosing sides. It's either right or it's either wrong. Now, I'm not going to paint pictures as to the situations. You can use your own imagination as to what the situations are that are happening in your life right now, whether it is on a global stage, whether it is in South Africa, the US, the UK, Russia, Australia, whatever. Doesn't fucking matter. You will know what is happening in your life where people are picking sides because it is either right or it's wrong, right? And anything that you are choosing and pushing your agenda, it doesn't matter how enlightened, how right you think you are, how above everything you think you are, it is creating divide. Okay, like just hear me again. It does not matter which side you are picking. It is fueling the divide. So what do if you don't pick a side to say this is what's right in the world and this is what's wrong with the world and this is what needs to change and this is what is acceptable and we need to stand together and fight against it? Like, what do you do if that's actually fueling the divide and making it worse energetically? Because remember, we've been all conditioned and these things are happening to create the divide. It is literally being orchestrated by the puppeteers, the powers that be, the powers that were, because things are shifting. They want people to fight. They want there to be a divide. They want people to say you are right and you are wrong. So what has helped me over the last 2 years specifically, and I speak about this in my sessions with my clients: forgiveness, compassion, being neutral. And that is so fucking hard, because you feel like if you are not picking a side and if you are not advocating for something, that you are doing nothing and that you're just allowing it to happen. But that is different to choosing compassion for the other side. For choosing compassion for anyone that comes your way who does not agree with what you agree with, or who you feel is doing harm, damage to society. There are big topics. There's a huge array of topics. So again, don't shoot the messenger, guys. If you feel like this conversation is not for you, just click off and go along with your day. I'm speaking to those of you who can feel that choosing a side isn't creating a difference. It's not changing anything. All it's actually doing is robbing you. Excuse me, I burp when the energies are moving. All you can feel, all it's actually doing is stealing your peace and your happiness, and it's making you angry, and it's making you feel like you have less hope. So what we want to do is tap into being neutral around what we see, because remember, everything is energy, life is a mirror. And so when you see these things, what you can do is choose to stay neutral, stay in like compassion for yourself, compassion for the collective. Remember, everyone is acting from their own wounding, their own soul fucking lessons, their own soul journey, right? And to know that you get to choose who you are. Anything that comes your way is showing you a way to decide who are you going to be in that situation. Are you going to be the person who gets on their fucking high horse, who has an opinion about everything? Are you going to be the person who throws a whole bunch of hate out onto social media? Because remember, there's so much happening already. Are you going to waste your precious energy that you could be putting into your business, into yourself, into loving you, and trying to change other people out there that are not going to change? You're not going to be able to make a difference, and rather direct that towards you. So, forgiveness. I have seen this over and over and over and over again in my life and in that of my clients' lives. Forgiveness is a gift that you give to yourself, not to the other person. You forgive yourself and other people for your own peace, for your own peace of mind, for your own self-love and self-care. And what I have seen over and over again is that when my clients, when I myself get to that place of loving and forgiving my enemy, the person who has caused me so much shit and trauma and hurt and pain, that actually that's when my reality starts shifting. Because I'm no longer feeding into the story. I'm no longer feeding into the trauma. I'm no longer choosing to let that define me. So that is really the message that I have for you here today. There's a whole lot of stuff that's happening out there. Find the thing that can help ground you. Know that if you're feeling all sorts of feelings right now and you can't pinpoint what it is in your life that's making you feel that way, it could very well be the collective energy at this time. So protect yourself from it. Call in whatever spiritual beings you work with. Call them in. Ask them to protect your space, to protect your energy field, and really use whatever is happening out there that you see as an opportunity to send love out into the world and to choose compassion. That's the only way we can truly make a difference in the divide that's happening. I've seen miracles happen when people do this. So, if you are feeling these energies, today we have a Reiki session inside of the Wealth Building Room. I, for one, cannot wait. We had our first one last week, Monday. It was amazing. I felt like I was on fluffy clouds, and it's like the best way for me to start the week. So, if you feel like joining us, the link is here. Well, pop it in the comments for you to join the Wealth Building Room. There's 11 experts inside. I will be hosting my manifestation cheat code session on Wednesday, where you can come and join in and ask your manifestation questions and get support on how to navigate and use manifestation in your business to manifest like the rich and break all the traditional fucking rules of business, because that is what is happening right now in this world. Everything is fucking upside down for a reason. It is going to unfortunately continue on that trajectory of the unstableness will become the new normal. This is not fear mongering. This is just the way that it is, because society needs to shift, the world needs to shift. And the only way for that to happen is for things to change. People don't do so good with change. So I don't know about you, but being in a room with amazing women who understand all of this, who are not only navigating it in themselves, but are empowering others to navigate it as well, that is an amazing place to be in. And the focus of the Wealth Building Room is to make 10K, meaning $10,000 a month consistently. No longer unpredictably inconsistent. This is about creating that foundation of stability within your income, within your revenue stream, even when everything out there is so unstable. So, if you feel called to join us, we would love to have you. Click on the link. I love you all.